We're going to take a look at a couple of examples on that are for multiplying radicals. So this works for things that are in radical form. We'll get to where we are in exponential form, and then this will look, we're able to do a little bit more with radicals written in exponential form, but we're not there yet. So let's first look at how to multiply. So if we are looking at, say, something like, we'll do an easy one like number 20. We have the square root of 6 times 5 times the square root of 12. Both of these are the square roots. They both have the same radicals, so you can multiply anything. 5 is hanging outside, so we're just going to kind of leave him outside. And we've got 5 square roots of 6 times 12. Now, you could multiply that apart, but then you're going to have to break it back out. So I don't multiply them until I know that I'm completely simplified. Well, we've got 6. Well, 12 breaks into 6 and 2. So really it's 36 there. 6 times 6 is 36. The square root of 36 is 6. And so we have 30 square roots of 2. It's not a variable. You don't need absolute value marks. Next question is something like, let's do 17. Negative 2 square roots of, cubed roots of 12 times negative 2 cubed roots of negative 64. So let's take a look at this. If we look at this guy, the cubed root of 64, well, 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. So negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 is negative 64. So really the cubed root of negative 64 is just negative 4. So we've got these pieces that are all outside the cubed root. So negative 2 times negative 4 is 8. Times negative 2 is negative 16. And then we have the cubed root of 12. Now 12 just breaks into 3 and 2 is 6 and 2 is 12. So we don't have a set of 3 of those. So that's really most reduced there. Let's take a look at another one here that requires you to do a little multiplication. Let's try something that looks like number 34, the distributive property. We have negative the square root of 10b, parentheses, 2 square roots of 5 plus 5. Now, if we were doing this normally, if I had 3 times 2x plus 5, I would take 3 times the 2x, and I'd take 3 times the 5. So the same thing happens here. So we have negative the square root of 10b times 2 square roots of 5 plus, now we got to pass it out again, negative the square root of 10b and then times 5. So if we look here, now we've got a negative and we've got the 2. Under this radical we have a 10, a b, and a 5. Those two we just smush together. Don't multiply them because you're going to have to break them back out again. So we've already partially factored it. And then here, it doesn't look at 10b, so we've got a negative 5 square roots of 10b. Now, 10 has a 5 and a 2. Another b and a 5. Well, there's a set. And those are going to come out. So had you multiplied it, it'd been 25, or it'd been 50b, and then you break it down into 25 and 2. So we get negative 10 square roots, well, what's left over, 2b minus 5 square roots of 10b. Now, those are not the same. So since those are not the same, we cannot combine them. The radicands need to be the same. So there's that example. Let's take a look at one more. What if we have something that looks like number 40? Negative 3 plus the square root of 2 times negative 1 plus the square root of 2. So basically, we have negative 3 times negative 1 plus the square root of 2 plus square root of 2 times negative 1 plus the square root of 2. So basically, I take that and this. If you were a FOILer, that's kind of what we're doing there. And then you multiply it out. Another way to look at this, though, is if we were to do it using the rectangle. I kind of like it for these. I feel like it makes me be a little bit more organized. So negative 1 times negative 3 is 3. Negative 1 times the square root of 2 is negative square roots of 2. Here would give me negative 3 square roots of 2. And then here would give me the square root of 4 or 2. And then we just combine what we can. So we know we've got 5 plus negative 3 square roots of 2 times negative 1 square roots of 2, or adding those would give me negative 4 square roots of 2. So I'd have 5 minus 4 square roots of 2. So that's where you have this rational number times itself. So that is an example of multiplying.